Hi, English learner. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of Academic English Mastery.
Today, we master seminar discussions. How to agree, disagree, and interrupt politely.
We will read each sentence just once, followed by a pause for you to repeat it out loud.
Feel free to replay this video as many times as you need until you feel completely fluent.
Before we start, please take a quick moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more daily practice.
Let's begin.
Welcome to today's seminar on the impact of artificial intelligence in higher education.
Thank you for moderating. I would like to start by highlighting the benefits of personalized learning.
That is an excellent starting point. I completely agree that AI can tailor educational content to individual needs.
Building on that argument, adaptive algorithms can significantly improve student engagement and retention rates.
I share your view on that. The data clearly supports the idea that customized pacing reduces student frustration.
Absolutely. Furthermore, it allows educators to focus on complex mentoring rather than repetitive grading.
You hit the nail on the head. Shifting the teacher's role to a facilitator is a massive advantage.
I couldn't agree more. It creates a much more interactive and dynamic classroom environment.
Exactly. To add to your point, this technology also provides real-time feedback, which is crucial for skill acquisition.
That is a very valid observation. Immediate correction prevents students from internalizing incorrect concepts.
We are definitely on the same page regarding the pedagogical benefits of these tools.
Indeed. The potential to democratize access to high-quality tutoring is truly remarkable.
I am glad we share this perspective. However, we must also critically examine the broader implications.
I agree that a balanced view is necessary. We should certainly consider the potential drawbacks as well.
While those benefits are clear, we must seriously consider the ethical implications of data privacy.
I see your point, but I would argue that the educational benefits outweigh the potential privacy risks if properly regulated.
That is a fair perspective, but I am not entirely convinced that regulation can keep pace with technological advancement.
I understand your concern. However, many institutions are already implementing strict data governance frameworks.
I respectfully disagree. The history of technology shows that security measures often lag behind innovation.
That is a valid argument, but perhaps we should focus on how universities can proactively establish ethical guidelines. Uh,
I see where you're coming from, but doesn't that place an undue burden on already stretched academic IT departments?
I suppose that is a risk, though. The alternative of ignoring data privacy seems far more dangerous.
I beg to differ. Ignoring it is not the only alternative. We could advocate for open source, privacy first AI models.
That is an interesting proposition, although the development cost for such models might be prohibitively high.
I take your point about the costs, but the long term institutional liability of a data breach is much higher.
I suppose you are right. The financial and reputational damage of a breach would indeed be catastrophic.
Precisely. Therefore, investing in secure infrastructure now is not just an option, but a necessity.
I can see the logic in that. It seems we must balance innovation with rigorous risk management.
Exactly. We cannot let the fear of risks paralyze our ability to adopt transformative educational tools.
I agree to some extent, but we must ensure that the adoption is equitable and does not widen the digital divide.
That brings us to a crucial point. Access to these advanced tools is currently limited to well-funded institutions.
You are absolutely right. If AI becomes a premium feature, it will severely exacerbate existing educational inequalities.
If I may jump in here for a moment, we should also discuss the impact of AI on academic integrity and plagiarism.
Sorry to interrupt, but doesn't the issue of academic integrity apply to all digital tools, not just artificial intelligence?
That is true, but AI generates entirely new text, which makes traditional detection methods almost obsolete.
Pardon the interruption, but are we sure that detection tools are not also evolving to match these generative models?
Before we move on, could you elaborate on how you define academic integrity in the context of AI collaboration?
Certainly. I define it as the transparent and ethical use of tools, where the core critical thinking remains human.
If I could just add a quick thought here, perhaps we need to redesign assessments to focus on the learning process rather than just the final output.
Sorry to cut you off, but wouldn't process-based assessments be incredibly time-consuming for professors to grade?
That is a practical concern, but perhaps peer review and AI assisted initial grading could alleviate that workload.
Excuse me for jumping in, but relying on AI to grade AI-assisted work feels like a circular and potentially flawed approach.
I understand your hesitation, but we must find a sustainable model, or the current system will simply collapse under the pressure.
I hear what you're saying. We definitely need a paradigm shift in how we evaluate student comprehension.
As we are running out of time, I would like to briefly summarize the key points of our discussion today.
That is a great idea. We agreed on the benefits of personalized learning, but highlighted the risks of data privacy and inequality.
Exactly. We also concluded that academic integrity requires a fundamental redesign of our assessment strategies.
Yes, and we emphasize that while the technology is transformative, it must be implemented ethically and equitably.
Thank you all for your insightful contributions and for navigating these complex topics so professionally.
Thank you for the excellent moderation. I look forward to continuing this vital discussion in our next session.
Excellent work. Season 1, Episode 1 complete. You just practiced essential seminar discussion phrases.
Replay this video until you feel completely fluent with these polite academic phrases. Subscribe for Episode 2.
Comment down below and tell us, what is the hardest part of joining a seminar for you?
Episode 2 drops next week. Office hours and emailing professors. Keep practicing. Your academic confidence is growing.